And good morning and welcome back here to My Country Y107. It is once again time to talk to our experts with SALT Counseling. Ladies, again, when we start looking, this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's the topic that we've kind of been focusing on this month. A lot of times I think people hear about stories or hear of individuals, and the first question they say is, well, why don't they just leave? It's not that simple.
No, it's really not. And typically, you've probably heard of the fight or flight response, and that is a reaction to when there's hope out of the situation. So you either fight or you flee. So there's actually a third response, and it's a freeze response. And that really is rooted in a lack of hope that things are going to get better. So women or men who stay in these relationships and they have a freeze response, they're not really seeing the hope of it ending.
When you talk about that freeze response, that hopelessness that somebody feels, and that's something that I think that you guys want to be able to build within people is courage to make whatever decision maybe they need to make. And sometimes it's not flee, sometimes it's not battle. But really, I think that even comes into some of the reasons why people don't pursue counseling along your lines is because they're afraid they're going to be convinced to do something they don't want to do, that they're going to be put into a situation maybe where they're going to be directed in a direction maybe that they are fearful of. I hate saying that, but that fear comes back into it.
Absolutely. That's a really common fear that people have about coming in. Number one, even opening up about something, because a lot of times people carry a lot of shame when they're in a relationship that is unhealthy, and they're afraid that if they come in there, you're going to take one side or the other, or you're going to try to persuade them to do something that maybe they're not ready to do. So one of the things that we try to get across to them, that it's not our place to say whether you should or should not stay in a relationship. Obviously, if it's domestic violence going on, then we are the encouragers to say there is support. There are ways to get out of this if that's what you choose to do. If not, then we can provide them with just being a sounding board. Just being somebody that they can come in and say, this is what happened this week. Sometimes that's what they need. They need a lifeline to feel that somebody does care about them and that they realize that this isn't right. This isn't how this should be.
And with SALT Counseling, that's what you guys want to emphasize with anybody who is thinking they're in a situation that does have some of this hopelessness and so forth. What do I do next, or what do I do at all? At SALT Counseling, you ladies would like to help these people find those answers. Sometimes those answers are within themselves and they just need courage to take that step. But sometimes through counseling, you're able to see other opportunities that maybe that people were not aware of.
Yes, and from time to time, we will be doing a domestic violence group for women, so that way women can come together who have either been in a relationship where there was domestic violence, or they're currently going through, or maybe they have a friend, but just having this support system of other females who can sit down and share their experiences and support one another in a different type of setting.
SALT Counseling, again, how do we get in contact with you ladies?
So our phone number is 501-557-6785, and we're at saltcounselingclinic.com.
Find out more information. And again, highlighting National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, folks know that there is always help, and you can go to that saltcounselingclinic.com website and you'll find the domestic violence hotline there that you can always call and reach out to somebody.
Right, and the phone number for the domestic violence hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE.
Thank you, ladies, and want to remind folks, too, that you can go to our website at y107fm.com, click on the SALT Counseling link right there, and ask questions. You will remain anonymous in the situation so that we can help address these. And if you would like to get more help and talk to these ladies, there is that opportunity available to you as well. That's at y107fm.com and saltcounselingclinic.com.